We are just south of Pioneer Square here in the great northwest city of Seattle at newly named Lumen Field, home of the 12s. Here's Joshua Carney ready to get this one started.
And off we go from Seattle.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
First carry here for Kenneth Walker III.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
To throw is Smith. Shoves him aside.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 34-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Smith.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10
at their own 21. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
That's to the 2nd-year man, Puka Nacua.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. Caught left side, Williams. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Yeah, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Here's Walker to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 5.
Play action. It's Smith. And Walker has it.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the 1st down. Drive 1 is that had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB, too. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Walker now on 1st and 10. Down to about the 32.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Throwing now is Geno.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 15-yard line.
A nice pickup of 17 yards.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10 as they've got it as we resume action. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now to the ground. Here's Walker.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him. Otherwise, you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard.
Walker will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard charging run, give it right back to him and let him cap things off.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down.
Stafford.
That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's the first catch of the game for Kupp, and he's got a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford.
Pass complete there to Nakua.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 45-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, the team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down and 6 now.
Here's Stafford.
Connecting with Kupp here on the out route. And Kupp going to pick up a Rams first down as he'll get this down to the 35-yard line.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Off the draw, here's Williams.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. Seemed like they picked an excellent time there, Charles, to go with the draw play.
They certainly did. Caught him a little over-eager trying to get into the backfield and get to the quarterback. They used their speed and their aggressiveness against them, didn't they?
Back to throw, Stafford.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. and it's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now it's Stafford. That is caught. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
Now Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Demarcus Robinson from 13 yards out.
And the Rams are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Well, now how about this return?
The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level. Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Walker. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now Geno. He lets it fly for Lockett. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Throwing is Stafford.
Screenplay set up for Williams.
The strong running. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Here's Stafford.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Throwing again is Stafford.
He'll drop this down to Williams.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Stafford now to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
No receivers open, so who's forced to put that one into Puget Sound? That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately, a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
To throw is Stafford.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Stafford. It's complete to Robinson. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
Back to throw again.
The throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Out of the gun, Stafford.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Stafford looks to throw again. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Demarcus Robinson in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Rams have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the third quarter. So they potentially could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
And the Seahawks offense going to get one final possession in this first half. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Smith now to throw. He hits his target, Lockett. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Ernest Jones there for the tackle.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now a play fake it at Stafford.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Stafford.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Now a give up the middle to Williams.
To about the 40-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Stafford. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 41-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. So the PI decline, and that'll give them a fresh set of downs.
And when you scout tight ends, one thing you want to know, just how strong they are. And we saw it in evidence there. He was able to fight through all the contact and still secure the football.
To the air again, Stafford. That's complete to Robinson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
This red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's 3rd down.
Now Stafford.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
And his kick is indeed good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7. Up the middle, here's Walker. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And, oh, boy, nobody wants to see this. That's the running back, Kenneth Walker, who appears to be injured. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Geno. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle.
That's returnable now for Smith.
It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At the 31-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll get this one to Cup, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete.
This defense can use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. That'll go as a pickup of 8. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's about it. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth quarter. Back to throw, Stafford. And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down. Draymond Jones able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll begin here with a run with Charbonnet. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. And give the tackle to Quentin Lake.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Geno now to throw. As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. On the give, here's Charbonnet. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing is Smith. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
The offense on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Smith.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Now Geno. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Now a play fake, and it's Smith.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Again, Smith.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go on 4th. Smith.
And this a quick slant to Lockett.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Left side here, that's the tight end Fant.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down.
2nd and 6.
Smith throwing again.
They'll set up a screen to Charbonnet.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 19. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
He'll get that to Charbonnet.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate that feels pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a first down.
Back to throw, Smith. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Geno Smith punching it in from a yard away.
And the Seahawks go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Here's Smith now to return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Yeah, another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They run it again with Williams.
And he is going to have a Rams first down, and that should be the one that finishes this game off.
And they will take a knee here.
Second and 11.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And down inside the 40 to about the 38.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November. Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Well, Charles, I know you have a lot of questions. So do I about the decision there at the end. They had the potential game-tying field goal. Yes, it would have been a long field goal, but they passed it up, and they lose the game.
And you're right, partner. We all have questions, but I don't think anyone's going to ask the question more forcefully than the person who signs the checks for the entire organization. Why didn't you run the field goal kicker out there? You had a chance to tie the game. Looked like a makeable kick. Was the kicker hurt? Did you just not like the field conditions? This head coach is going to have a heck of an explanation.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Are you kidding me?